Well, hello, my beautiful Aquarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of January right through to the end of February 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aquarians, this is your career and money reading. Just to let you know, I'm doing this reading for the last week, of course, of January, and then the full month of February as well. So I'm encompassing about 6 weeks in total there, just so you're aware of the timeline, okay? I'm going to get your overarching energy first, and then I'll follow it with an in-depth look at what is going on in your career and what you can expect over the next coming weeks, okay? So let us get started. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Now, right now, I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading, and it's really weird. I'm just seeing like a hand that's obviously in a glove, and it's just waving at me. I just see a hand waving, okay? So I feel perhaps either you're going to get attention in your career in the next 6 weeks, or perhaps someone is trying to get your attention in your working environment. So that's all I can see is like a hand waving. I mean, it could be that there's a new arrival, or perhaps some of you are leaving a position, because I'm only trying to think of, you know, when you would really see someone like waving. It's either hi or bye. So let me just check in with the energy and see what's going on there. We got the Hangman for you. So yeah, I mean, it could literally be that you're listening to this reading and someone dropped by to say hi, or you wave to somebody as you're listening to this reading. I mean, you know, yeah, I don't know how else to decode it, so I'm going to leave it like that. But the energy that I'm getting, it's more that I feel you're going to get attention in your career, but also someone is trying to get your attention on something over the next 6 weeks regarding your career, okay? I would also say if someone's trying to get your attention to gossip with you about something, please be a little bit mindful, because walls have ears, and I feel there's a potential with the Moon card, anything that's perhaps, you know, meant to be said in secret, it may be overheard. So just watch out for that. That is coming through there, especially if you work in an office, or if you work in a company where perhaps people are disgruntled about management, or you feel like there's low workers' morale. I mean, of course, if you're all being bold enough to say it to this person's face or to management's face, and go for it. But I feel if there's something that is meant to be said on the quiet, just be a little bit mindful, because it may be overheard. And if you are in an entrepreneurship and you work for yourself, and if you're going to a networking event and someone says to you like, oh, hey, I've just met this person. I was wondering, you know, have you ever worked with this person? And if you hated working with that person, you know, obviously diplomatically say your truth. I'm not saying to lie, but I feel this person actually is an ally of that person. So I just feel like, just be mindful of saying anything like gossipy behind the scenes about anybody in the working environment, because whoever you're talking to, I feel like they know someone who is in a position of power to change circumstances. So just watch that out, because I feel it's happening there. Okay, I'm going to move on from that energy to see your overarching energy. Now we do have the Hangman. So some of you, not all of you, but I am getting a small portion of my beautiful Aquarians out there who are feeling a little bit in limbo about their career. I definitely see that you're very goal-oriented and you have things that you want to work towards, but it may feel like there's a suspended energy, like you need to wait for the right moment to do something or to launch something. you know, it feels like a time of inaction to give you a moment to reflect on your path, just to make sure that you're on the right track. Now, I mean, this reading, really, the majority energy is for February. So you may have come into 2024 like with lots of high energy, lots of aspirations, goals, and, you know, really focusing on whatever it is that you want. And it's now, as you move into the end of January into February, it feels like things are just back to normal. So it may feel a little bit like same old thing, just a different day. So some of you may be feeling that lull happening at the beginning of February, but things are going to pick up pace for you. And I definitely see that there's a hidden opportunity here for you on the horizon, because I feel like something is going to surprise you in the month of February. It's around about the third week for you. This could be information, it could be a person, it could also be an offer coming in, but we will go a little bit deeper there. But it's something in alignment with your goal. So it's something that you will celebrate there as well. But the Hangman indicates you're currently like taking a pause to strategize your next steps in your career. Now, for those beautiful Aquarians out there who have currently been out of work, or you were made redundant, or you've had some difficulty in the job market recently, I definitely see that things are going to pick up pace, and there is an opportunity coming in for you as you move through the beginning and middle of February there, okay? So I feel like there's a lot of activity there if you're looking for a new role. And I do feel like there's one coming up that is more in alignment with your true life's purpose and mission. And I feel like there is an increase in wealth there as well. So you may get a little bit more money than you were hoping for or expecting. Now, this could be that you negotiate a better deal. But if some of you beautiful Aquarians are currently out of work, I definitely see an opportunity coming in that you will seize the day on and grab with both hands, because it matches your skill set. Also, it stretches you and teaches you new skills to help you elevate in your career, but also the money is a nice bonus there as well. And for those beautiful Aquarians who are currently in a working environment, some of you may be ruminating whether you should move, okay? Because the World card is a movement card. So this could indicate some of you are actually stepping into a raise or a promotion, into a new role, or there's new status and responsibility available to you, or you may actually be deciding to move, you know, actually leave a position in order to embrace something else. But there may be like this waiting period. So you may have actually got an opportunity. Some of you may be on gardening leave, so you have to, give your allegiance to one company before you actually leave and move into another company, or give your notice, for example. You may have got an opportunity and you're just about to give your notice and waiting for the right time. Or it could even be that you're biding your time until bonus time, because I'm getting this energy of quarterly bonus. So for some of you, it's like you're waiting for March, April time for bonus. If your company, not many companies give these anymore, but if your company does give some sort of incentive or bonus, you may be waiting for that before you decide to leave, okay? Now, also, I'm thinking of this energy that's coming in. It's a very intense energy, but I feel it's not something that's fully realized yet. So it could be something that you're thinking about rather than actioning at this time. Because I have a high percentage of my beautiful Aquarians who are thinking about emigrating, or would it be better if you worked abroad? And this could be for your own peace of mind. It could be for better job opportunities, but it could also be for tax reasons. Some of you may be thinking about relocating. Okay, and this could be just something that you're mulling over right now, and that's why I'm saying it's an intense energy, because I'm getting bursts of it, like intense hits of it, almost like you're having sporadic and periodical moments of thinking about, what if I moved abroad? What if I went to this country? What does this country have to offer for me? What does this state have to offer for me? What does this area do for me? So I feel this energy of you kind of like trying to see where you belong in the job market. With the Hangman, it's really about improvement. Okay, it says here, improve your life, always listen to your intuition. So there's a period of suspension here for you when it comes to your career, but it's like, relax, don't fret. I feel like you're getting a new perspective on when is the right moment to act or take action in your career. Now, because the World card is present, some of you may also be thinking about what's going on in the world at the moment. There's a lot of upheaval, there's a lot of difficult energy going on, and of course, the economic market is very volatile sometimes, and I feel like some of you are looking at the industry that you're in and how you may notice some downsizing, especially since we got the Moon card there. Now, I'm not seeing any sort of major energy happening for you in particular, my beautiful Aquarians, because, I mean, this year is your year. We have Pluto moving into your sign, so you're in a very powerful position. However, and I do feel like to some degree you actually have power over your situation as to whether you leave something or not. But I feel, this year and onwards, you're going to hear a lot more about downsizing, major companies, major brands that have been around for a long time that have almost, expanded too much. Okay, you're really famous brands, that sort of thing. I feel you're going to hear a lot of them downsizing this year. And it will sort of indicate the sort of market that we're in financially. And I do see that some of you may be looking at how it applies to your industry, not to you particularly in person, but I feel it's more about the industry. So you may be just feeling a little bit like watching and waiting and to see how things are going for you. And again, that may not resonate for everybody, but I'm really getting this sense of keeping your eyes peeled and making sure, you're looking at the undercurrent of what is happening in the world, because you have the Hangman, you have the Moon, which is all about the undercurrent. The Hangman is to see things from a different perspective, and then the World card is the world at large, how things affect us all on a general scale. So whatever industry you work in, you may have noticed that there's a bit of a slowness to it, or, it's not as busy as usual, or you may have even noticed that you've got a lot of work on your plate, that you're very productive, because the next 6 weeks for you, you're going to be busy, busy, busy. Lots of administrative tasks, it almost feels like business as usual, but there's an undercurrent of change. So you may hear of some sort of restructure or merge going on in the job market or the industry that you work in, and you're just wondering how you fit into that as well. Okay, so that's coming through there strongly. But I feel like you're pausing for thought. It's really important, sometimes, especially the environment that we've been given and, that we sort of view. Let's put it that way. We're always told that we should be going out there, getting busy, accomplishing great things. But there is also something to be said about pausing, because in silence comes wisdom. And that's when you know when the right moment is to move forward on something. So I actually get this energy of strategizing for you. Some of you may be, working on some plans, in stealth mode, keeping it to yourself, because the Moon card can represent something hidden, and it could be like a dream opportunity that you're working towards, or it could be that you have a project on the go right now that you are not ready to launch or tell anybody about, because I feel like this is your dream. Okay, whatever this is. And I feel it's in the resistance position right now. So it feels like it hasn't been fully realized, or it's something that you are still working towards. Whatever it is, you will reach your goal. Okay, the Moon card also tells me that something hidden comes to light. Now, the main energy I have for this is that there is a new opportunity being orchestrated behind the scenes by the universe to reveal itself in the next 6 weeks for you. Okay, so it could be like a dream job offer that comes in, a raise, a promotion, but it's definitely in alignment with your vision for your, career future. And with the Moon card and the Hangman, this is about pausing to get clarity, really looking at the necessary steps you need to take in order to get to where you want to go. So there is an element there, as I said, of strategizing, planning, and seeing things as they truly are. And I'm actually hearing a bell right now. One of those old-fashioned bells that got rang in like a play school type thing? I'm showing my age here. They probably don't do that anymore. They've probably got an electronic bell that sort of peeps and everybody knows it's time to move class or come back from break. Well, I'm just getting like an old-fashioned bell being rung. Okay, and I'm seeing it in the water as well. Bells actually typically mean spiritually like positive energy, success. It's time to do something. You're working towards the good life. But the energy I'm being given from this is, and I don't like to say it, almost break time's over. Okay, it's almost like you're going to get serious about a plan or a project. It's almost like no more waiting. That's the energy that I get at the end of February for you, where you're going to be moving forward. So some of you may have taken like a vacation or have planned to take some sort of trip abroad, or even like a quick trip somewhere in the month of like end of January into February time. But then it's like you're getting serious on your goals and your tasks, and I feel like you're really going to be a force to be reckoned with. Okay, and I feel like you will reach your goal, because the Moon card, anything that's in the resistance position, it turns into the upright by the end of the 6 weeks, which means a path is being made clear for you to move forward with whatever it is that you desire, okay? That there have been some obstacles and some delays, but now, you're being given a portal of change and you're in command of that change. Now, the Moon card is also a very interesting card because it normally has a dog and a wolf represented on it. Now, the dog represents domesticity, stability, and, comfort. So I feel some of you may be thinking about doing a position long-term, maybe even signing contracts, or you maybe have a job that you have long-term at the moment, and it gives you a certain element of stability. And of course, there's also a wolf on the Moon card. Now, the Moon card with the wolf represents independence and the uncertainty of an independent lifestyle or an independent working environment, either being freelance or, launching an entrepreneurship. Some of you may be doing both. Maybe these are ideas that you have right now. Either way, with the World card there, it means you're going to be very successful. So it's like feel the fear and do it anyway. Of course, you're doing your due diligence. That's why you've got the Hangman there. You're pausing to reflect, to get everything in order. And the Hangman puts himself on that tree of knowledge. So some of you may actually be taking classes or even learning from videos on YouTube of how to do stuff, how to set up entrepreneurialships, how to, create a marketing strategy for your business. I just get this hustle and bustle energy off the Moon card, and I feel like you're marching to the beat of your own drum. I mean, it literally says, find clarity, follow your own path. So I feel there's a level of independence here. So even if you're in a long-term working environment, you may be thinking about launching an independent business, or you may even be doing something independently that brings in more finances. I feel some of you may have been feeling a little bit uncertain about finances, but the World card tells me that there's nothing to worry about, that you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities to increase wealth and be very successful in all of your endeavors. Now, also, I am getting an energy of some of you beautiful Aquarians out there. You were thinking about retiring, okay? So because the World card is like to reach the end of your career path, for example. So some of you may be thinking about retiring this year, but with the Hangman there, some of you are feeling a little bit uncertain and you're not sure whether you should retire this year or put it off on hold, because with the Hangman there, it tells me that you're putting it on hold. But I feel with the World card there, some of you, I feel actually you'll come to a realization that, you'll be able to utilize your resources in a really smart way and that you can make it work. Okay, so I definitely see that it's almost like I see that you're not fully giving up on the working environment. Some of you may be consultants, or you may be writing like a book about your life. It could be a memoir. It could be about something that you do in your working environment that you could sell to other people to help them on their career path because you are established and really good at what you do. It could also be that you're doing something creative that brings in more money. So I feel there's second stream of income energy coming in here for you, and it could be just ideas that you're having right now, but they're going to be so lucrative, okay, and really successful indeed. I mean, the World card is present, so this is something that you could sell globally, and that's whether you're retiring or not, okay? Now, the World card also tells me that you're going to be very goal-focused, and this is the overall energy for all my beautiful Aquarians. You're going to be really focused on completing tasks. You're going to start and finish, okay? So basically, you're going to finish what you start. You're not going to leave any, loose ends, shall we say. And the World card also is about enjoying what you do, things coming full circle, because we spend a lot of time in a working environment. Some of us spend like 5, 6, 8 hours in a career environment, or, even more if you've got 2 or 3 jobs. It's really difficult to hold up 2 or 3 jobs and also be a parent and also do life. I totally hear you. It is a very difficult experience indeed. And I feel like, you're doing a really good job. So if that's you out there, I really want you to be aware that you should celebrate yourself a little bit more, because actually you are doing an awesome job. And if nobody has told you today, then this is your sign for you to come to this reading to hear this, because I feel like you're meant to hear this. Now, the World card, there's often a victory wreath on the World card. So this means some sort of win in your career environment. They're actually showing me, this is so random. Your reading is so random today with the images I'm being given. They're showing me like a party hat. Now, this could obviously mean celebration. Okay. I mean, it could also mean like some sort of milestone in your career. Either you're singled out for a job well done and you'll celebrate that, or, I mean, it could also be that there's an anniversary of you working at an environment for like 5 years, 10 years, or if you just launched your own business, it could be like the 1-year anniversary or the 10-year anniversary. So I'm not really sure how else to decode this other than it's party time. Okay. So it can indicate you having fun in the working environment. You know, fun times are ahead, but it could also indicate something to celebrate. I mean, there could also be some news that comes in, like you're offered a promotion or a raise and you'll be celebrated at a working environment, but it could also indicate that it coincides with like a colleague's birthday or something. So I'm not really sure how else to decode that. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur and you work for yourself, I feel this could be that you celebrate a win in your career in some way, but this is a card of success. It's a card of good fortune, but it's also a card of things coming full circle. You put all the effort into something and now you're starting to reap the rewards of it there as well. It says, make the most of your life. Time to accept differences and learn to live with them. Okay. So this is also about integration. You know, sometimes in your career, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, you know, you're going to come across some people who don't get you and they don't get your journey. And that's okay, because you're going to places that these people cannot reach. You are very driven, you are very ambitious and very talented and gifted at whatever it is that you do. And sometimes when people try to derail you from your path or distract you, it's because they fear that you're capable of going these places and it makes them look bad, or they feel inferior in some way or intimidated by your gifts. And naturally, you know, unfortunately, human nature, some people, not all, some people who feel intimidated by your skill set, they actually try to tear you down. And the people who are really like allies will actually raise you up and celebrate those wins because they're in awe of you being able to accomplish things that perhaps they could never do. So I definitely get a sense here of winning. Okay, but I do feel with the moon card in the resistance position, there's just an energy of feeling a bit uncertain. Now, this could come from a person. So it could be that someone has said, oh, wow, that's your goal. Okay, good luck. But, you know, it's really hard. It's really difficult. Not many people are successful at that. And you're like, well, thanks for the pep talk, but I'm going to do it no matter what. And I feel like you are. Okay, that energy is victory, win, and success. Now, also, I am getting, I mean, I'm going to get the cards for you, but I'm getting an energy of something that you do not know about right now. It actually works in your favor in the end, but at first it makes you feel very uncertain. So it could be a piece of information that you hear at your working environment, like a secret, something on the grapevine, or maybe something that you're not meant to know, but you find out. I feel you're a little bit uncertain about how to deal with this energy at first, okay? But it works in your favor long term. So we've got the Death card there. We've got the Page of Cups. I do feel like something big is ending in your career in some way. Now, this could be a way of working. So it could mean that if you work for a company, for example, it could mean that they are getting rid of outdated computer software or archaic practices that actually waste time and are sort of bringing in more time-efficient working practices in some way. It could also mean that there is like a restructure going on there, and it means that people are moving offices, so you're no longer going to be situated where you normally sit at your desk. I mean, it could also be that somebody who has been a linchpin in the company or the industry that you work in is going to leave, and that opens up the market for promotions, raises, or job sort of moves in some way, and there may be access to more money there as well. So thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? What do they need to know? Okay, so so I'll leave that energy there. That's what I have coming through there for you. But ultimately, your Page of Cups. Now, this is your starting card when it comes to the details. And this is about you, really finding a way of enjoying what you do, being the soul of that place. I think I was saying this in the Pisces reading anyway. And it's basically about, whatever you do, whether you really like where you're at in your career right now, it's about living in the moment and finding aspects of that career that you do like. Because when you're doing something and you don't like it, you're putting out vibes, energy, and it's like you're bringing in more of the same energy. So if someone is like bothering you at work, micromanaging you, or, distracting you in some way, if you let it get to you, it's almost like it increases. Have you ever noticed when something is really bugging you, it starts to amplify and amplify to the point where it's highly pressured? So I feel you're trying to change your mindset in some way about something that perhaps you don't like in your career. It could even be like a task that you have. You're like, oh, not that task. I hate doing it on a Monday. Maybe you might turn it around and do it on a Thursday instead. Or maybe you might delegate it, or, in some way find a new working practice to approach it and try to enjoy it a little bit more. And then suddenly I feel like you do it in like half the time, and suddenly you're on to something else and it doesn't feel like such a chore anymore. Now we do have that Page of Cups, which also indicates an offer coming in. So I definitely see that there is some sort of good news, something that's going to make your heart sing, something that is offered and it's totally in alignment with your heart. Pages bring news, and pages also offer. Okay, so I feel like there is some awesome news coming towards you in the month of February in particular regarding a job that you'll love. The Page of Cups, when you apply it to a career reading, it means follow your bliss, do what you love, and the money will flow from there. And I can see that happening in your chart. The outcome energy, we've got Seven of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. So that tells me that some of you are checking in with the exchange of what it is that you do and asking yourself, are you happy where you're at? Are you getting the money that you desire to live the lifestyle that you aspire to? And I definitely see that some of you are either launching new projects or starting a new position that is going to have a lot of potential to increase your finances exponentially, is what I see there. Okay, but it starts with the self first. And this is about doing what you love. So I feel like you are opening yourself up and really looking at what skill set you have, because you are a gift. You're an asset to any team. And I feel like you have a lot to offer. You put your whole heart and soul into your work. And I feel that will be reflected and it will be noticed and appreciated in your career environment. And you may even get a message from someone who rarely gives any compliments, actually, this person's energy, and they're going to give you a compliment. So whether you work for a company, you may hear from someone within the company who sends you a message saying, you know what, I really appreciate you. You're going to be like, what? You may even want to frame it because this person rarely gives compliments. Or if you are in an industry where you're an entrepreneur, one of your peers may reach out and say, you know what, I've been watching you and I really admire that bold move you made in your career. And you're like, wow, that person reached out. I didn't even know that they were noticing my work. So I'm really getting the sense of being seen for what you offer the career environment. Okay. Now, I feel like you are really checking in to see if you still love what you do. Okay. Even though it's like February energy that I've got coming through in the majority energy right now, I feel like you're kind of checking in with yourself and making sure that you are on the right path. And some of you are putting your resume out there to find new opportunities. Well, there's definitely one coming in. But for some of you, I feel like if you are in a working environment and you're happy with where you're at right now, I definitely get a sense here that you want to have a little bit more. So it could be that you're looking for a promotion or a raise in your career environment, because the Lover's card is really to love what you do. And when you're enjoying it and attaching yourself to a frequency of loving what you do, you attract more. Okay, so you attract more wealth, more opportunities to thrive in a career environment, because at grassroots, the Lover's card is a card of manifestation, manifesting something that is connected to your heart's frequency and vibration. The law of attraction is strong, but it also indicates choice. So I feel it's like right now you have an option to shake things up a little bit in the career market. And I feel An opportunity that you will love could come in that sees you partner up with a new company that you've always wanted to work for, or someone you've always wanted to collaborate with, or if you're an entrepreneur, it could be a brand that you connect with, or a sponsorship deal, or, I mean, even if you or like a sporting person, or, someone who's famous, I feel like there could be some sort of partnership offered to you to work for something that's really lucrative financially, but also it's something that you've aspired to do for quite some time. Because I feel like you're going to really love this. But there's going to be some options here. You're going to have to make a big decision in the month of February. And I feel, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, I feel like there's an opportunity available to some of my beautiful Aquarians out there. And it's almost like a catch-22, right? It's like if you're earning a certain amount of money in this position and you're not completely happy in this position, but there is an opportunity over here that you'll absolutely love, the money may be a little bit lower. Okay, so some of you are going to be like, oh no, but actually it's only lower at the beginning. There's an increase in money coming from this new role that is actually more in alignment with what you desire. Okay, so if you're leaving a position, I see some of you beautiful Aquarians out there leaving a position to do something you absolutely love, that you're going to feel really fulfilled at, but there's just a little bit less money. Okay, because we have basically an 8 of Pentacles here, and we have 7 of Pentacles as your outcome. So it feels just very much like only a small decrease in finances. But the Ace of Pentacles indicates the potential to earn so much more. You're going to get a larger bonus. This could only be as well like a probationary period, or you have a certain amount of money which is a bit lower than what you're on already, but then you will increase. There will be a staircase. There is more money available in this new role, but initially you may take a little bit of a pay cut, okay? So again, don't shoot the messenger. That's what I've got coming through. I have to give you the honest energy that I've got coming through. Now, for some of you who are being offered a promotion where you're at, that's not going to happen. There is an increase, small increase in finances, but there is a lot more work to go with it as well. So I feel the choice, it's almost like a catch-22. Do you want to be overwhelmed with lots more work for just a little bit of an increase, or are you moving into a role where you really love it, but there's just a little bit of a decrease in finances? So I feel some of you beautiful Aquarians out there have a bit of a conundrum to make, but the majority energy I actually have for you all is some of you are starting up something new or launching like a side hustle that's actually going to become a main squeeze a little bit later on, because I feel like there's a potential here to earn a lot of money. So some of you may be learning about something, partnering up with a course of learning or a class, or maybe even a friend tells you about an opportunity and they've started doing it and you're like, that sounds really interesting. I feel like you may launch it on the side and it becomes very financially viable for you to do it long term. So I see ultimately later on a major increase in your finances, but it's almost like you're laying the blueprint or the groundwork for it first. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now, I will mention it because I have to. We got the protagonist energy here. Some of you beautiful Aquarians, you may have either just met someone and there is a romantic frisson and you are thinking about this person all the time. It's almost like your mind isn't 100% on work right now, even though it's important. You're definitely focused on your goals, but some of you are, really enraptured by this new person. I feel as you move through February, suddenly I feel you're very goal focused and oriented. Not because there's anything going on with the relationship, not at all. I just feel that newness starts to wear off, and maybe that's what that bell was all about. It's like back to work. Okay, you've had your fun, back to work. Some of you, it could be that you've just been on vacation and now you're back to work. Also, there is a potential for an office romance here. Okay. But because the Hangman is there, I feel some of you, you're trying to delay it, or you're trying to slow the process down because you want to be clear that, it could be, let's put it this way. I get an energy that you don't really want to connect to somebody that you work with, because if anything should, go wrong, I feel like you still have to face that person. So I really get this conundrum, a choice that you have to make regarding that. Not everybody's going to have that, but I definitely have it coming through there. Now we have the Death card, and it is in the Resistance position. So some of you have been feeling a little bit stuck in your career to some degree, and I feel like you are deciding to break free from that because it will go into the upright. I'm also getting an energy that there may be some changes to policies, rules, and regulations, and it is met with resistance. Okay, so it could be something new is brought in or taken out from the company that you work for, or even in the industry that you're in. So it could be like new policies, new documents, extra administrative tasks, or, responsibilities that are brought in, and you're like, ugh. So if they're downsizing, for example, you may need to pick up some more slack and not be fairly recompensed for it. Some of you, it may be just as simple as, some sort of benefits being taken away, like a downsizing of like taking out the microwave if you've got like a shared office, or the fruit basket that comes every month or 2 months or every week, whatever it is. You may see a change in some way. And I just get this energy of disgruntled people, sort of really noticing that workers' morale, it's slowly being chipped away. So you may see some of that. Okay, again, it's not going to happen with everybody, but I feel like there's some cutbacks here, and I'm really getting an energy here of resistance. It's met with resistance. I'm going to move away from that energy with respect, because I feel when it goes into the upright for you, this really works in your favor. The Death card is about new beginnings. Now, you can say, how many times can a person have a new beginning? Well, you can start a new project. You can have a new idea. You can change a filing system. You can get really organized and, not procrastinate. You can have a new energy, a new focus. There's so many new different things here that I feel are on your mind right now. And either you're launching something new, or you're stepping into a new role, whether it's a promotion, raise, or into a new environment, a new career sector, or you're actually deciding to study something that you love with the intention of moving into a new environment. I see the Death card working in your favor. A new chapter is beginning in your career, and there is so much success on the other side. But it may require some sort of leap of faith or a little final push, is what I'm seeing there. We do have the Eight of Pentacles, and again, it's in the resistance position, okay? Now, because we have the Lover's card and we have the Page of Cups, there could have been someone in your working environment who has been a little bit immature. Okay, someone who perhaps has unrealistic expectations, someone who sometimes is a little bit dependent upon you. I feel it's like they may delegate a lot, or I feel this may have been a strained relationship in some way. I do feel it actually gets repaired. This person, they really make an effort to repair the dynamic between you and this person. So it just feels a little bit less strained. Okay, so I definitely have that coming through. With the Eight of Pentacles in this position, it really tells me about your ambition. Okay, that you are very ambitious to increase your finances, and long term, I definitely see you doing that. Okay, but it also can indicate. Oh, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. Oh, nobody likes to hear this, but I do feel that on a personal level, some of you beautiful Aquarians may get an unexpected bill in the month of February. Okay, I mean, it could come in the end of January, but the main energy I've got is February. Okay, now this could be like a speeding fine. It could be like something breaks down in the home space and you have to repair it. It could be like an increase in a service or a charge that you normally are connected to, but you see an increase there. And I feel like you make it work. I definitely see that you're able to, sort it out, but I definitely get an energy that it makes you feel a little bit frustrated. I mean, I'm going to pull a card on this because I am getting very strong energy that it's kind of given back. So it may be a mistake, or it may be contested by you in some way. Let me just pull a card on that. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians where they need to know regarding that energy? Justice will be done. You'll hold on to your money. Yeah, you'll get it back. Okay. So Justice card, Four Pentacles. So this means, you are leading with integrity. You know that you're in the right and you'll fight for it. I mean, for some of you, you may literally have to go to court for that, or you may have to send like an official document away in order to contest something. But the Four Pentacles indicates you hold on to your finances, okay? So, if something comes in and you really feel like it's unfair or it's not meant to be like that, then I definitely see you standing for your rights and making sure sure that you get your finances back or you get the bill overturned in some way, okay? Now, also, I feel some of you, there could be a change in contract because the Justice card has come out. So you may hear about companies merging or some sort of restructure in your career. I mean, it could also be that there's some policies changing and it's like you're wondering if you're secure in this situation. The Four of Pentacles tells me that there is longevity here for you, security. Your finances are secure. And I mean, I keep saying this in all of the monthly readings for everybody because my guides keep giving it to me. And there's obviously a reason why I'm being given it. I don't like to repeat myself too often. I know I do sometimes, but, I'm only human, but I can only give you what I'm being channeled as well. So I'm being given, protecting your finances, making sure that you download statements on a personal level to any financial institutions that you're connected to, just to safeguard your finances, to prove that you have a certain amount in your account. Every so often, it's really great to do it every month or so, just in case there's any like gremlins in the system or anything goes down with the financial system there as well. That's just coming out and it just popped out again for you now. So I am mentioning it and I'm going to move away from that. But ultimately, I feel this is about you signing a contract for something that's long term. Now, this could also entail like services, subscriptions, especially if you're an entrepreneur. You may be finding a better deal for services. You may be changing providers in some way or having to restructure the way that you work so that you can downsize and save more money. So if you are an entrepreneur and, for example, you rent an office space, you may actually find a cheaper office space elsewhere. It does mean a restructure and an upheaval in some way, but you get more money in your pocket, or you may even decide to work from home instead and actually save that way. So I'm definitely getting a sense here of, more money in your pocket, but I feel this energy of a potential bill, as I said, going out and then you contesting it, getting the money back. But some of you have a decision to make about a new role that comes in that is more in alignment with your true life's purpose, and you have to decide about the money. It will increase later on. So, I mean, that's what I'm seeing there. Now, the Eight of Pentacles in this position, when you've got it in the reverse, it says that perhaps work and your goals, they are important and they are your priority, but it just feels like either some of you took a vacation or you're planning a vacation. Some of you may be training someone before you go on vacation and you're feeling a little pressurized because you're having to do the work and at the same time, train someone to do the work whilst you're away. So there could be something there where I feel like you're managing stress levels and you're wondering if this person's going to do a good job while you're away. I mean, Seven of Pentacles, I feel like they do a fair job, but there are some things that you may have to return to and do yourself. But you know what it does? It highlights to the place that you work in that you are an asset, that nobody does the job like you do the job. So I feel it works in your favor again, but it may be a little bit frustrating for you, okay? Now, moving on from the energy, it will go into the upright, which means the Eight of Pentacles is there, which means you are focused on work, okay? So this is about repetitive cycles, getting back into the habit of creating some sort of schedule for yourself so that you are time efficient. Also, this is about really focusing on your goals this month and making sure that you work hard to accomplish them. So I definitely see that you're in a mode of doing. I do feel that some of you may even learn new skills and employ these new skills to help you reach your goals or help you increase your money or even increase your opportunity to get a dream job because there is one coming in for you, okay? Now, I'm just going to pull one more card because we do have the Seven and Eight of Pentacles, and I just want to see why for you, okay? Strength card. Some of you are doing something bold and daring, something different, the World card. It's connected to your goal. It's a major thing. So it's almost like Seven of Pentacles, you're at a pinnacle point in your career where you're doing a self-evaluation and you're opening yourself up to a new strategy, okay? Some things you're going to continue to invest in, and other things you're going to approach in a bold, daring, and fresh new way. And I feel this is about your strategy, okay? So it's almost like you're reflecting on progress and have you reached your goal yet? And if you haven't, I feel like you may be finding a maverick way to approach it in a different way. It's almost like a different angle. You're still getting the goal, you're still achieving what you set out to do, but it's your approach that is a little bit different there as well. The Strength card indicates you have unlimited resources to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. And the World card tells me you will be successful, that you have everything you need to get to where you want to go. So I definitely see a lot of achievement here, but it's like the Eight of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. It's like you work really hard and you're asking yourself, am I getting the financial recompense for all the effort I put in? And if the answer is no, the Ace of Pentacles tells me that you're leaving to go to a new opportunity. Now, this new opportunity that's coming in, I feel this is a gift. It is a start of a lot of fortune. It's you aligning yourself with success. And I feel like you're generating, it's almost like this energy of generating gold from all the resources that you have. Because I feel it's you making an impact and a golden opportunity being gifted to you that is going to be more lucrative than you could imagine at first. So it's the start of something. Now, this could be, from some of you, launching a business or launching a side hustle. And because I feel, as I said right at the beginning, it's almost like you have a steady stream of income. Seven of Pentacles is something that you work on for quite some time. You nurture it. You're moving up the ladder. Slow and steady wins the race. But then along comes the Ace of Pentacles, which is something new. So either you're doing something on the side. I mean, it could be as simple as like selling things from your home space that you feel like you've outgrown and evolved away from, and you're giving them to a new home where they're going to be loved, pre-loved goods. And you're going to bring in extra money doing that. And you may actually surprise yourself, especially if you're putting on websites where people have to bid for your products. I definitely get an energy of you increasing or getting more money than you thought. But there's something here about two streams of income. Okay, so this could be something that you're thinking about or setting up or launching, but it will increase your bank balance quite heavily. Also, the Ace of Pentacles is a card of being given a new project, a lucrative new deal, promotion, raise, or some sort of new investment income. So I don't really know how certain independent businesses work, but for example, if you need capital for something to help your business start, like a startup, or I feel like you'll be given it, okay, and at a really good rate, a good deal. Or you may even find investors quicker than usual. If you're looking for clients, for example, to be attracted to your services or your goods there, I definitely get an energy that people are noticing what you have to offer. And there's an increase in traffic or an increase in interest to your products. If you're in a career where you work in an office or work for other people, I see some of you either being given like an award, a monumental moment, an appreciative kind of gesture in some way to let you know that you're doing a really good job and they see you, okay? So I feel like you are open to receive new money. I definitely see new money coming in here for you, new status, but really checking the exchange because you value your skill set. And it has to start with that Page of Cups because that's you looking at what you have to offer. And I feel like you're noticing actually that you are someone who brings a lot to the table of your career, of life in general, but I feel you're looking at your skill set and saying, okay, do I deserve more? And if you're being really honest with yourself and saying, no, I'm coasting at the moment. No, I probably am on the right money. But the majority energy I'm seeing here is that actually you can command more because human beings, we tend to sometimes accept less than we truly deserve. And I feel like you're not allowing yourself to do that now. I definitely see this ambitious energy. I feel like you're in that go-getting spirit. And I feel like you are launching new ideas, but also implementing new practices that will take you to the top. But there may be some sort of new start. Doesn't mean that you're starting something new by leaving a company. It could be that you're starting a new role or a new position or a new project that comes in that sees you thrive and shine and sees you elevated above other people. Okay, so we have one last move. We have good gossip and fire within, okay? Really interesting that I picked up on gossip. I mean, if it's negative, it's going to be heard. I just definitely get this energy of if you're talking with somebody who, is being really negative about somebody else, I feel just don't take part in it because I feel it's going to be overheard. but some of you may actually hear of some good gossip about yourself, or you hear something, a secret that you were not meant to hear about. Could be that your boss reaches out and says, hey, Aquarius, look, I'm not really about to tell anybody in the office yet because it's not signed off and official, but you've been nominated for a bonus and we're going to increase your salary, or there's some sort of role available and I've put you forward for it, but don't tell anybody right now because it is just being signed off. So I just get this energy of like hush hush going on there. But your first card there is Fire Within. And it says, find a way to reignite that energy in your life right now and immerse yourself in what you truly love. I mean, that's exactly the energy that's coming out here. And it says passion, action, driving force. What is it you love to do? What is your passion? What is your bliss? You're following your heart and you're reigniting that energy, that fire within. We've also got good gossip. And this is all about your reputation. It says here, your reputation is very good at this time, or you're being talked about in a positive way. Reputation, image, and well-known. So being appreciated for who you are and what you bring to the table. And that's why I say it's so important to not get caught. If someone else is like being really negative and gossiping about others in the office, I just feel like it's going to be overheard. And if you're connected to it, it could be that then puts a little bit of a negative spin on all the good stuff that's about to come towards you. Okay. Also, we have one last move. And it says, you have come far on your journey. Keep going and you'll soon see what you have accomplished. Last step, almost there, close. With the World card there, it indicates you are coming to the end of a cycle and you're entering into a new arena in your career environment. So this could mean that you're coming to the end of a project, a role, or you are coming to the end of a sector that you've worked in, or that you're just about to reach your goal. Now, I am just getting an energy here that, this is not a Rubik's Cube, but I just feel like everything is slotting into place, everything's lining up, but you may have to match something back. So whether it's a receipt or a document, I just get this energy of having to return to something in the month of February where you have to match something back. And it may be a little bit frustrating because you may not be able to find it first, but you will find it. I'm going to leave it like that because I'm not sure how else to decode that. Okay. Interesting, because what I thought they wanted me to do this trinket as well, because I was picking it up and I saw it in my fingers, but it dropped. Even now, I can't even hold it. So it's not meant for you, but it's a handcuff. So it's like you're being freed from something that was a stuck situation. Now, I'm loving this. Look at that. We've got the wealth rune. This is the cattle rune, which is to increase your finances, but it's also about fulfillment in your job and, power, being in a really great position, and material gain. So I do feel, as I said, even though it seems like there's a little bit of a decrease at first, or your finances, being able to save money, I feel this month you may not be able to save as much as you'd hoped for. You're still going to get to save some money, but I feel like you have to pay out on something, but you will get recompensed on it. It comes back to you. I feel like you have to contest something there, but I feel you will ultimately increase your money long term. So some sort of raise or new position or new money coming in there, or even a financial incentive, like an increase, bonus type thing coming in there. So excellent that you got that rune as well. So I'll leave that there, my beautiful Aquarians. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. I am getting the energy of blueprints, plans, and realizing your plans. And some of you may be learning about how to strategize and do this new thing that you're currently really interested in. It's going to be a success, so run with it, okay? I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, and love and light.